Hey y'all, happy Friday. Hope everybody is having a great Friday. I'm just glad that it's Friday and I don't have to report to the school tomorrow, but I will be working all day tomorrow. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to come on and hang out with y'all tonight, but I was like, you know what? Why not? Because I have quite a few things to do. Being sick last week did not help my cause because I have a lot of things to catch up on, and I have to get these Bling boxes out. So hopefully we won't be on for too long tonight. But hey, y'all, welcome to Crafts and Combos. If this is your first time here, this is Craftable Things, and I'm Patrice, and we literally like to craft all the things. We like to try new things, and hopefully you will find this content helpful or at least entertaining because guess what? This is going to be a live, and this is what I have planned to do. However, during lives, things don't always go as planned. So if you're not a person who can stick with it through all the mishaps, through all the talking, then I have tons of pre recorded videos on my channel showing how to do this process with multiple machines. And hopefully you'll find something there helpful. But hey, y'all, to all my members, hey, y'all, thank you for supporting this channel. And for everybody who's in the bushes, hey, y'all, in the bushes. All right, so tonight, as you guys saw from the thumbnail, this isn't even what I really wanted to do tonight. I wanted to do I had created a Be Kind design for the yarn embroidery technique, but Miss Merlinda hasn't put her video out yet. And so I said that I was not putting that video out, or I wasn't going to do the live until she actually put the yarn video out. And so I'm waiting for her to do that. And she's taking quite a bit of time to do that. So we're going to bling out a shirt because it could have either been crocheting. I do have some other bling shirts that I actually do need to get done, but I'll probably do those another time because yeah. Or y'all could have been picking flock dots with me for the bling boxes. But that's no fun. So why are we going to even do that? So we're going to be blinging out this black shirt. This is the design that we're going to be blinging out tonight. It is available in my shop right now. This is an SS10. This is the SS10 version of the design. The SS6 version of the design is not yet available. With this design, there is an optional file. It's very small. It just says the most expensive hood underneath, but you would cut that out separately. Okay. So, but I was going to show you guys, since you guys are here with me, I'll show you guys kind of how to do this, how to like do this if you are interested in doing something like this. Now, I do have classes that will be having. Tomorrow is March 1st, which begins 1, Women's History Month, and 2, National Craft Month. So I wanted to do this in kicking off National Craft Month for tomorrow. And for National Craft Month, we also have a few classes planned. The ones that I've already announced will be, there's one next week, next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a silhouette, a basics of silhouette studio design class. And that's going to be on Saturday and Sunday, 3 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. It's one class though. And then we're also going to be having 2 bling classes this month. So we'll have a beginners bling class this month, and we'll also have an advanced bling class this month. Both are listed below, I think, in the description. And this is something that I generally teach in the advanced bling class, just so you can have an idea. So if you look at the center of where the pink is, that's kind of what I'll go through in the beginner class. And we also work with shapes. We kind of navigate the software. But if you are unfamiliar with the software that I use Silhouette Studio, the business edition, because the business edition is the edition that one has the rhinestone panel. but also the designer edition does too. But the business edition has the advanced rhinestone panel with it, but it also allows you the opportunity to export your files outside of a Silhouette Studio as an SVG, PNG, PDF, whatever you need it as. You can export it out with the business edition. That's something that you cannot do in any of the other editions. And so that's why I recommend that, because you don't have to have a Cameo cutter to use the Silhouette Studio Business Edition. You can use Silhouette Studio and cut with your Cricut, cut with your Caesar cutters. And why I love Silhouette Studio Business Edition for rhinestones. Now, I prefer, as far as general designing, I prefer Adobe Illustrator. But the reason why I prefer Silhouette Studio, I mean, honestly, I've used several different rhinestone programs. So I've used the Rhinestone Wizard with Corel. I've used StarCraft Create. They have a rhinestone panel, and that's the same as Surecuts a lot. I've used Caesar, the Leonardo software for rhinestones. And what else have I used? Those are the main ones I use. And of course, Silhouette Studio. Out of all of those softwares, one, Silhouette Studio doesn't have a subscription. StarCraft Create doesn't have a subscription either. The Rhinestone World software, along with CorelDRAW, doesn't have a subscription, but you're going to pay a lot of money for it. And you're going to pay a few $100s for that software. With the Silhouette Studio Business Edition, you're only paying, if you get it on sale, $49, and you can put it on 2 computers, and it's yours. You don't have to keep paying. You don't have to do anything like that. And I must say, you can create very nice templates inside of Silhouette Studio without spending extreme amount of money. So I definitely recommend it. With all of those softwares that I have, Silhouette Studio is my go-to for all things dealing with blinging. I'm going to always open Silhouette Studio first. I like how they lay out. I feel like in some of the other software, I don't like for it to look like just weird. Like it doesn't form to the actual shape of the letters or the shapes. Like you got to overdo it. It's no. So Silhouette Studio, the business edition, if you're looking for rhinestones, that's what I would suggest. If you would like to learn how to use Silhouette Studio, the business edition, for rhinestones, I won't be having the classes, but I also think it's a great software for all of your crafting needs. Literally for all of your crafting needs. Okay, so that's all I gotta say. Let's see who's here. Y'all, this week has been crazy. I gotta talk to y'all about this week and I came home today and took a nap. I came home. It's rare that I come home and take a nap knowing I have so many things to do. I just, and my body's probably still getting back to normal. But hey, Victorious Creations, welcome in. Hey, Miss Merlinda. Miss Merlinda, did you hear when I said about me waiting? Because tonight I would have been doing a Be Kind design. So when I do the Be Kind design, that's going to be embroidery. Maybe if Miss Merlinda puts her video up by the weekend, maybe I'll be able to do it on Tuesday night. But I'll show how to do that type of design inside of, I don't know if I'm going to do it in Chroma or in Brilliant. One of the two, I don't know. We'll see. But hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Carol Coleman, welcome in. Hey, Robin S. Welcome. Thank you, Dempsey Boo. Yes, please consider hitting the thumbs up button on your way in. Thanks, Dimps. Hey, Mylene, welcome in. Oh, I forgot to turn on the heat press, and that heat press is going to give me drama. Hey, Miss Leslie Cash Tibbs, welcome in. Hey, Miss Geneva. Hey, Evelyn Warner. Hey, Miss Cheryl H. B. Smith. Kristen. Hey, girl. Hey, Vanessa. No worries. Oh my goodness. Who has their horn bumping? This horn has been going. Hey, Bridget Porter. Hey, Rosetta Cobb. Hey, Miss Ethel Smith Ames. Craft Therapy. So Craft Therapy, it should be on the site. I didn't put it up until maybe about 5 minutes before the live because I wanted to get the SS6 version already, but the SS6 version, I just didn't. I thought I would be able to do it when I got home, and I was just like not. Yeah, I couldn't do it. So hopefully, um, I would say by tomorrow. Maybe if I do it tonight while I'm in bed. But honestly, lately, y'all, the thing is that the time that I would usually spend in the bed, like moving rhinestones and listening to true crime or an audiobook or watching 2020, something like that, the time that I would usually use to do that, I now use that to crochet. So crocheting has taken over my fingers. It's crazy. Hey, Meredith. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Cheryl Green. Happy Friday. Hey, Creative Notions. What are you guys working on tonight? Because we're gonna bling this. I don't think that I'm gonna bling anything else. I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it. Hey, Rondrea. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Sharon Davenport. We missed you last night. Hope you're having a good time. Yes. Hey, Gina. Welcome. Thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. Yes, please remember to hit the thumbs up button. Hey, Patricia. No worries, Miss Gail. But hey, just wanted to let you know we see you. Hey, hey, Linda Tolbert. All right, y'all. I'm about to scroll down. Hey, Miss Mary Brown and Zelda Brown and Diane. Everybody, Lisa. All right, y'all. I'm scrolling down. Okay, I'm so sorry, but we made it to the end. Hey, Delonda Patrice, she's setting up her new Lock Leak DTF printer. Hey, Nomi and Renee and Stacy A there. Stacy's doing some Mardi Gras shirts. Nice. Nice. Yes, it's taking away my fingers. And like, I want to do that. I've been fighting from putting my crochet projects in my purse and taking them to work with me. I've been fighting the urge, y'all. I've been fighting the urge from doing that. And it's been hard because I don't have much time to crochet. So, yes. Hey, Naomi Dickerson. Creative Notions, that is unwinding. That is unwinding. So, some of you guys know, like, I go through bouts of insomnia where I can't sleep. And so I'm up all the time. Well, lately I have been able to get a lot more sleep. And who told me? I think Miss Verlinda told me. So Monique had told me about this spray like maybe a year and a half ago when I was in Texas for Delonda's birthday, and Monique was there and she had told me about this spray because I was telling her, like, girl, I can't sleep. And so she told me about this spray. I guess it has like a little bit of melatonin in it or something. And so I sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. And I mean it I can spray it and it's just like, it's not doing anything. But there are times where it will work for me and I love it. Well, Miss Berlinda told me to turn on some like turn on YouTube and listen to water sounds or rain sounds, like just torrential downpours. And y'all, that puts me to sleep. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it puts me to sleep like through the entire night. So what I usually do is like I put it on my TV and then turn the contrast on the TV down so that it's not light, because I don't like to sleep with light. Like, I need darkness. And so it works. I go to sleep and I'm sleeping peacefully. Absolutely love it. Hey, Rosalind Lewis, Mrs. Parker. Hey, Ernique. Hey, Fifi. But y'all, that has been like working wonders for me. Mylene's resting. Good, Mylene. Yes. Enjoy your rest. Rachel, did I say hey to you, bro? Unboxing. So Ms. Zelda Brown is also unboxing her new DTF printer. Congratulations. Kristen's crocheting. Nice. She's gonna make a granny cardigan. I know. Nice. Thank you, Naomi. So the P, I actually cut it with the one of the lasers. I don't remember. I cut it with the laser, and then I just put Hotfix rhinestones on it. So if y'all want to see a quick tutorial on that, this was really, really quick. I can show y'all how to do this. It's 2 parts. I'll show y'all. It's like 2 parts, but I did this with my laser. So see, it's just, then it fits on, but it has like the thing on top. Did I make this on the live one night? I might have made it during the live, I think, but I didn't. It wasn't really something that I was doing. Ron says she's gonna try to make her first bling project this weekend. Girl, take that try out of it. You are going to make your first bling project this weekend, and it's gonna be great. You're going to love it. What do you plan on doing? Is it gonna be Hotfix stones that you're doing, Ron? Like a t-shirt? Cute. What are you gonna do? Yeah, Barb, it has like melatonin in it. It smells really, really good. And so I'll mist my pillow a little bit, and then and you can just spray it in the air and just kind of inhale it. Kind of like almost like aromatherapy-ish type of stuff. I don't know if you guys like aromatherapy. I love aromatherapy. Like this month, the Bling box is the scent of the candle is eucalyptus and like spearmint. I don't know if you guys have ever smelled the stuff from Bath. Why do I say Bath Beds and Beyond? Bath and Body Works, and they have like this aromatherapy line. And oh my goodness, I use those as shower steamers too. Like they have shower steamers with the eucalyptus and the spearmint. Oh, it just opens you up. I love it. Renee, that's not good. That's not good. Thank you, hey, Taryn. I hope all is well. Hey. All right. Let's see. All right, y'all. I'm scrolling all the way down. Kim says she literally just sprayed her entire room with sleep spray. Hey, LaShonda. LaShonda, it smells so good. Like it opens me up. Like I love that scent. So I had to share it this month because I love it. Naomi, do you make shower steamers? My friend Fifi makes shower steamers, like bath bombs, shower steamers, and all that stuff. I think maybe for Bling Box, I may have her make some shower steamers or something cute. Oh my goodness, Lisa, I love it. I love it. I love it. Jennifer, hey Jennifer. Jennifer says she loves it too. Dr. Teal's melatonin. Yes, the one that you spray, Rosalind. Yes, I think that's it. It's in like a black purple bottle or so like that. Yeah, it's awesome. Oh no. Barb says she can't handle the oil. That sucks, Barb. Hey, Sharon. Okay, let's get ready and start. Hey, Niall. Hey, Shaka Turtle. Hey, girl. All right, so we're going to get ready to get started. Bring on the chaotic design. Rachel is not even started. I need to start it. Hey, friends. Happy Friday. All right, y'all. Hey, Donzel. All right, y'all. We're going to head into, I'm going to show you guys really quick. Let me try to share this screen. And I'll show you guys a little bit like how to do how to do it. So if you know how to do a little bit of bling, or if you know how to do basic designing and a little bling, then you'll understand how to do this. If you don't, then you may want to, like I have tons of videos of design videos, not tons, like that's an exaggeration, but I do have some design videos on YouTube to show you how to do some designing. But I do have links listed to my class below. That's going to be for this month. There's 2. If you haven't done Bling at all, I don't recommend doing the advanced class because I don't go back to the basics in the advanced class. So I don't recommend doing that. And if you take the beginner class, I do want you to actually practice it before taking the advanced class. All right, let me see if I can share my screen. Share screen. Uh-oh, I did the wrong one, guys. I'm sorry. Share screen. We're going to go with entire screen for now. Share. And let's see. We're going to go into Silhouette Studio. And again, this is Silhouette Studio. This is the business edition of Silhouette Studio. We're not going to spend a lot of time in here. And I know I say that all the time, but then to make sure I don't spend a lot of time in here, girl, because I'm a little tired. All right, so for this particular design, we're just going to do, it's going to be similar. It's not going to be the crafter hood design, but it is going to say motherhood. Now, the other night while we were on live with Yolanda, some people were asking for the fonts of what we were using. Tonight, I am going to show you a font that, you'll see the font that I'm going to be using. However, I just want to be clear that it's not that we don't want to share the fonts, but again, certain designs that we make, we are, we sell those designs, and then we do have some people, not saying it's anybody in here, because I really think that most everybody in our community is integral, right? So I don't, it's not directed at any particular person here, but I have seen where I've shared something or shared the font, and somebody has attempted to recreate the entire design that I'm actually selling. So for that, that is one of the reasons why. Now, when I'm looking for rhinestones, I do a lot of research for my designs or for fonts that I may like to use with, whether it's rhinestones or regular SVGs. I do a lot of that. Okay, so I would recommend for you guys to also do your own font research. Now, I get a lot of fonts from Creative Fabrica. I get a lot of fonts from font bundles. I don't usually get many fonts from design bundles, but mostly Creative Fabrica and font bundles. Okay, so definitely do your research and check out your fonts and see, what fonts work for you. Okay, so today we are going to be using, I think I'm going to use a font called Angela, and this is a basic font that I generally use inside of our Bling classes. So it's not something that I'm, that I haven't shared before. I have shared Angela before. And honestly, if you looked at some of my older lives where I've done lives showing how to do different designs, you'll see some of my favorite fonts that I use, but I got to stop sharing it because it's just, yeah. All right, so we're going to use a font called Angela. And what we're going to do for this one, instead of Crafterhood, we're going to do a motherhood font. Okay. Out there's so many, Kristen, there's so many, so many fonts. So many fonts. And what I find when I'm designing, like I want certain fonts, like a certain thickness of font, to give me less of a headache. Now, I don't mind headaches. Okay, I don't mind headaches when dealing with rhinestones. I don't, but some people do. All right, so we're gonna do mother, and then underneath here, I'm gonna type in hood, just to kind of give us a similar look. Okay, and all I did was go over to the left and select the text icon and typed in mother and hood. All right, so we're going to use Angela. Let's see what that's going to look like. I might change my mind because I do change my mind often when designing. That's just a part of designing, is changing your mind, because if it doesn't look good, then, you know, you may want to adjust some things, right? So this is Angela, and I'm just going to make mother a little bit bigger. And then I'm also going to use Angela for the word hood. Even though it's one word, I broke it up like this. And the reason why I broke it up is because motherhood is going to be very, very long, right? So I don't want it to be too wide. And when your designs are larger, or when you're working with text, it can be a little bit difficult to maneuver those stones around. All right. Also with rhinestones, you need to know what size shirt you're going to be putting it in, or you need to just create a certain size that you like. So I like larger designs. So hold on. I don't really like this font, but we're going to keep it just so you guys can see. All I'm doing is showing you how to get something like this done. So that's about 10. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller for now. We're going to make it a little bit wider. Now, when you're in Silhouette Studio and you're typing your text, you see you have your measurements here. The dimensions are here. So you have 5.728 by 3.896 high. Now, what's happening is that it's measuring the width and the length, but if you see there's like a little bit of space right there, it's measuring that space too, but it's also measuring all of this space right here. Okay. Hey, Yvonne from Cali. Welcome. Oh, people get headaches. Iconic. A lot of people don't like to deal with rhinestones. They don't. Hey, Tianda. I was in your lab a little bit today and then I fell asleep. Yes. All right. But rhinestone designing does take time and patience. Okay. So if you guys notice, again, like I said, there's space here. So I'm just going to right click and ungroup this text. And once I ungroup it, two things happen. I'm unable to change the text. I'm unable to type into this. It's no longer a text box. Okay. And then also what it did was it gave me the true size of that text. Okay. It gave me the true size of the text. So I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit, and then all of these are ungrouped. Okay. So I'm just going to stretch this out just a little bit, just for the purpose of me showing you guys what I'm going to do. So if you notice, each letter it's separate, but those letters are actually touching. You see how this O is overlapping that other O right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to weld that together. Okay. In Silhouette Studio, anything that's touching like that, you can weld it together and it's going to create its own compound path. And a compound path, what it's simply going to do is when you group things together, so let's say if I right click and I group this together, it's just going to group it together, but each individual letter still is its own individual letter, even though it's grouped together. It's like a group of people, you know, a group of friends. You guys are together, but everybody is their own person. So this is every letter is its own letter. Okay. When you turn something into a compound path, it's like all those letters are going to get married and become one. I don't know if y'all listen, you know, if you guys are biblical or whatever the case may be, but for the sake of marriage, the two become one, right? So in this case, when we make something into a compound path, it becomes one. So when we upload this into a software, it's only going to look at it as one thing as opposed to 4 letters. So it's going to look at it as one image. Okay. So if I right click right now, again, I want to weld it first. Okay. With Silhouette Studio, when everything's touching like this, you want to weld it first. If you don't, and I click compound path, it's just going to put these cut through lines there. Now it's a compound path, but it's still going to cut through each individual letter where they overlap because we didn't weld it together. Okay, so I'm going to undo that, and then I'm going to just right click, and we're going to select weld. And weld is right here. Weld is also in your compound path panel over here on the side. That's the compound path panel. It's like a square in the circle. And so if you notice now, all of those letters are together. That is one. When things are touching like that, it automatically turns it into a compound path when you weld it. So if I right click and I scroll down, it will tell me to release. Do I want to release that compound path, even though we didn't turn it into a compound path? Hey, Angel Boo. Why could a large hoodie design be? A large hoodie design, I've done a large hoodie design at maybe like 11 and a quarter, almost 11 and a half. So when I first started, I wanted my rhinestone designs to be super big. I wanted to be huge on the shirts. And yeah, do they look good? Sometimes, but they don't have to be that big. So for large, I wouldn't go larger. I would do maybe 10 and 3/4, maybe by 10 and 3/4 to 11 inches wide. But honestly, a 10.5-inch design looks good on a large shirt too. So it just depends. Okay, I didn't miss nothing. All right, so now we have that first part done. Okay, so I just want to show you guys there. Now, when you look up here at the word mother, you see mother is not, the M isn't touching the O-T-H-E-R, right? So in this case, once we weld this together, it's only going to weld the O, the T, the H, the E, and the R. Why? Because it's touching each other. Those letters are all overlapping. They're all touching. So that's the section that's going to weld, and the M is still going to be by itself. So what we have to do at that point is then make the whole entire word into a compound path. All right. So Karen, what did you do? What happened? Hey, Kevin and Terry and Monique Johnson. All right, so we're going to right click and we're going to ungroup. And the same thing happened. Okay, you see how it gave us, a better idea of the size of the design or of the text. Okay, now I don't necessarily like this M with this, so I could always change the M out. Let's say if we wanted to maybe move some of the letters around, maybe make it a little bit, it doesn't necessarily have to be so straight. We can kind of do something a little bit different depending on what we want, right? So if I go here, let's say we just go here, right? But I'm just moving them around, but you can kind of, move it however you want to, depending. So for my M, I want my M to be a little bit larger, and I'm not really necessarily a fan of this M. So I might actually look for another M, okay? So I'm going to just select all of that. We're going to right click it. I'm going to weld that together, and I don't need to make it into a compound path. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to change that M, and so I am going to click M, and then let's see what other M. I'm going to just, of course, we're not using that one, but I just need to see which other M I want to use. All right, let's see. Let me open up the font. The font panel, the textile panel. It's not called the font panel. It's called the textile panel. Hey, Lucille. Hey, Annette. Anybody coming in? Hey, Karen Murray. All right, so you kind of get a basic idea, a little bit of an idea of what the font will look like when you're here inside of the textile panel. But of course, I feel like I want to click onto it a little bit more. I want something, I want a script font, a thick script font. That might be okay. That might be okay. Let's see. I'm going to make it a little bit larger. Like I want the end to be a little bit larger than. Let's see how we can get this to look, if we can get it to look good. I think I might like that end with it. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know yet. I honestly don't know if I like it with it or not yet. We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure some things out here. But we can kind of make this a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll slant this a little bit. I don't like that. Maybe not that M. Let's see if I can find another M. I'm not going to stay on this for a long time. And I gotta find my swoosh. Now you can find these swooshes on to add to your text. You can find swooshes on Creative Fabrica, or you can get swooshes from your glyphs. I think I'm just gonna go up here. I think I'm gonna use. Does Andala have a swoosh? Let me see. I don't like that M at all, y'all. Let me see if I could get a swoosh from Andala. I don't know if Andala has a swoosh. Let me just go back here to my text. And let's see if I can find a swoosh. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Andala. Let's see. So if you guys didn't know, inside of Silhouette Studio, or some fonts have what we call glyphs, and those are just like flourishes, decorative letters, things like that. Okay, you will access that in Silhouette Studio by clicking onto this G up here, and I have the font already selected. So if I click here, let me see if they have. No, I didn't want that one. I want Andala. It went back to Lucida. So if we do Andala, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. It didn't go to it. All right, let me scroll all the way up. All right, let's see if I can find it. Because I can't. Okay, we're getting to it here. Let's see if Andala has a swoosh in their glyphs. Uh-oh. Bye. LaShonda, thank you. Giving 5 memberships. Thank you. And hey, Evie. Thanks, LaShonda. Now let's see if they have the swoosh. I don't remember if Andala has the swoosh. If not, I think I know where I can get a swoosh from. So these, you see how Andala has like the swoosh? You guys see like these letters here? You can put these letters in place of other letters. That's prior to welding it, prior to doing any of that other stuff. You can put that in place. See, I could even probably just get the D. But see, this D, the swoosh goes towards the back. It doesn't necessarily go underneath the letters like how I kind of want it to. So, but of course you can change it up however you want. See, it doesn't have, those are the only swooshes. Now I could, let me see if I go to BFC. Hold on. I think I know exactly. BFC. Give me all the glyphs. All right, so these are swooshes with BFC. And Z doesn't automatically have one. So I'm just going to use this one. We're going to go with this one. And I'm going to bring this down here. So this is what I would generally do if if I need to add a swoosh to a letter that doesn't always already have a swoosh to it. I would just find a swoosh. You can either find it Creative Fabrica or like how I found it in the glyphs. Some of the texts, some of the fonts do have these there, and you can do something like that. All right, so let's say I'm gonna just, and then I'm just gonna kind of turn it around a little bit like this to create my swoosh. I don't even have to have it all the way up, down like that. We can maybe bring it up. Now, I know you guys are like, well, how are you going to make it look right? I'm going to show you. Okay. So let's see if I have it like this. And this is going to be the swoosh. We're going to just have it come right there, right? So I'm going to select the swoosh, hold down my shift key and select hood. And I'm going to right click and then I'm just going to weld that together. Now that it's welded together, I know that looks a little weird with that part sticking up. So then I'm just going to go over here to my edit points panel. And then I am just going to remove these points here so that it can kind of flow a little bit better. You can bring it in. You can delete the point by simply like double clicking onto that point and deleting. You can do, you can do that. And then you can kind of, let's see if I just want to kind of move it up a little bit just to kind of, give it a little bit of structure and shape. I can move it like that to where now it looks like it's really a part of the D, right? I could clean that up a little bit better, but I'm not really going to worry about it. And then the same thing for this area here down at the bottom. You can kind of, move it down just to kind of help yourself out to kind of shape it a little bit. But that's all, like, I'm not really trying to design this right now, so I just wanted to kind of show y'all how you would do that. And my mouse keeps going from the MacBook to the Mac desktop. It's weird. It's too close. It's sharing the screen. I could change it, but I don't have time. All right, so this is what we have. So that's what we have. I think I'm just going to keep the M like this because I'm not really trying to design it. I may actually do a motherhood one. Mother's Day is coming up soon. But honestly, for the most part, I'm not really trying to do that right now. Okay. Now I'm going to make this a little bit smaller because hold on, me ungroup that. You still have, I could have just selected there, and now we're going to make that into a compound path. So let's say we're going to do something like that and have the hood go over here like this. That does not look cute, but y'all get the point. Okay, we're going to just leave it just like that. I'm starting to think I should have just kept the original M. All right, let's make this a little bit. I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it. All right, so we're going to make this I'm going to leave this about 9.5 inches wide because we're going to add the shadow around it, okay? So to add the shadow around it, we're going to go down to the transform panel, which looks like 3 panels. Sorry, y'all, I didn't scroll back down to see the chat. Let's see. What did MC do? All right, so I'm going to open up the transform panel, which is the 3 panels here. And we're going to select, no, I don't want to do transform. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. We're going to open up the replicate panel underneath the transform panel. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to create the shadow layer. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to end up replicating the word motherhood, but it's going to create the shadow layer for us. All right, so let's select motherhood and we're going to head to advanced replicate. And with advanced replicate, I'm going to create 4 duplicates or 4 replications. Is replication a word? And we're going to create 4 of them, 4 shadow layers. So I'm going to change this 1 to 4. And then I am going to create like a custom one. So where it's going to be like for, you know, going to the top or to the back, it's going to be a little bit, you know, it's not just going to be going over to the side, to the left, to the right, above and below. Okay, this is what's going to create that shadow for you. So I'm going to select custom position. And the offset that I only want like a 0.1 offset. Okay, you can do 0.125, you can do whatever you want for your offset, but I don't need a huge offset for me. So I'm just going to do 0.1 X offset and a 0.1 Y offset. Now, once I'm done with that, I'm going to select replicate. And hey, Juana, the letter H should be longer. It looks like the N. Dempsey Boo, tell me. All right, so I'm not gonna touch anything else because right now, if you notice, you'll see that there's just one bounding box around here, right? There's two for mother and hood. There's two bounding boxes. I'm not gonna select out of it because I just want to go ahead and change the color of that to. We're gonna change the color of that to pink. Okay, so that way we can kind of see it better instead of me trying to fight with the software to try to see everything. Okay, and then I'm just going to remove that outline because it looks a hot mess. I don't know why it always does that. Now with this particular font or project, you can move your text. I'm going to select both of those and I'm just going to group that together. You can move it so it can kind of be exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so like you see how I just moved it up and it changed it a bit. Now I don't like that I don't have any holes in my O's, but it's perfectly fine because the shadow layer will just it'll be fine. So here I like for mine to go up there, but you can, if you wanted to go, you know, here you can kind of do different things with it. Okay, I like mine up here in the top left for the shadow. All right, so we're good here. And then I am going to open up my, let's see what size it is now. So when I select everything, now it's not even 10 inches wide. So here's where I would go ahead and kind of make it a little bit larger. So I would kind of, you know, I usually like for my designs to be about 10.5 inches wide. But when you're doing rhinestones, you always want it to be a little less than 10.5 because once you convert the design into rhinestones, then it does add width to the design. So you guys will see once I know we're not going to finish this tonight because I'm going to start blinging hopefully by 9 o'clock. Dems, I want to start blinging my shirt by 9 o'clock. FYI. Hey, Nikki A. All right, so now we're good, okay? So I'm going to open up the Select by Color panel. And you can access it here from the panel's drop-down menu, Select by Color, or you can access it here. It looks like a palette because it's not here over on the right side with the other panels. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to select the blue. And I'm going to right-click and weld that together and then make it into a compound pad. So we're going to weld it because if you look, you see all those different bounding boxes. Remember, we did 4. So there's 4 different layers there. So I want to go ahead and weld it together. Like I want to weld each, especially weld this together. Because remember, if I just turn it into a compound path, look what will happen to it. So any place where it's overlapping, it just removes the overlap in a compound path. And we don't want that. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to weld it together. Once I weld it together, now you guys see it. Now it's just 2 bounding boxes. And so we're going to right click and we're going to make that into a compound path. Not a hot mess. Oh my goodness. All right, so now everything's looking great. We have 2 colors. For this design, we may just do 2 colors. So what I want to do next is, because if I turn this into rhinestones right now, we're going to have rhinestones layered on top of each other because the pink is sitting on top of the blue. And I don't necessarily want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the modify panel. And with the modify panel, I'm just going to start knocking some of that space out. Okay. So I'm going to select motherhood. As y'all see, the pink is selected. We're going to, first, I don't know if I really want to knock that out from the back. I don't want to knock it out just yet. So we're going to open up the offset panel. And you can actually access the offset panel by right-clicking too. And right underneath weld is offset. If you're like me and you like to use, you like to right-click a lot, I'm a right-clicker. All right, so now we're going to create an offset. With the offset panel, you can create 2 offsets. An internal offset, which is going to go on the inside. We'll do that tonight. And also an external offset, or just a regular offset, right? It's going to be around. So we're going to create an offset. And I'm just going to select offset here. The offset that it's going to give you, it's going to give you 0.125 offset. And that's just going to create, if you guys look, I like 0.125 because when it's time to layer the stones, it actually falls into place really, really good. Okay, they won't overlap. They'll be almost touching, but you won't have a gap in between your different color layers. And that's why I like to do that. So we're going to change this color to, let's change it to black for now. All I'm doing is changing the color of the offset. That's why I didn't click out of it. All right, and then I'm just going to change this. Now with this particular text, I might have wanted a larger shadow behind it, because if you see, once I knock it out, the shadow layer isn't going to be that much, but it's going to be fine. This is just for me to show y'all how to do it. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my shift key. Actually, I want to group that together. I'm going to right click, and I'm grouping the offset together. So the part that we just created, that offset, I'm grouping that together. Now I'm going to hold down my shift key, and then I'm going to select the blue. So if you notice, I have 2 boxes now, 2 bounding boxes. One's for the black offset and one's for the blue shadow. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my modify panel. It's already opened. And then I am going to select subtract. Now I'm not going to do subtract all. I'm only selecting subtract because I'm only working with 2 parts of the design. And I need 1 part to be subtracted and subtract from the other. So when I select subtract, it's going to subtract the black offset from the blue shadow. Okay, so I'm going to select subtract. And now you see how that subtracted only the black. Nothing happened to the pink. But if you look now, you'll see where we have all of these small bounding boxes around all of those individual parts in the blue. Because once you subtract something like that, whatever you subtract, it breaks it up. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I just want to go ahead and do a right click, and I'm going to either group that all together or make it into a compound path. Okay, and I would prefer to make it into a compound path. So now that's how it looks. Now, I would also recommend, as you're doing this, I didn't do it and I'm not going to undo this now. What I do suggest is making copies of each part of the design. Because as you're going, if you wanted to do, let's say if you wanted to make this into a sublimation and rhinestone, then if we would have already had that first original copy that I did before I subtracted it, we would already have our print for sublimation. Okay, so you want to make sure like you always make a copy, but I'm not really, my mind wasn't thinking of that. But if you know, I usually have copies of everything I do all over the place. I make copies everywhere. All right, so I'm also going to change the blue. I want to change my blue to black. So I'm just going to head over here to the fill panel and just change the blue to black like that. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the word motherhood, and I'm going to now create an internal offset, because we could totally turn this into rhinestones right now. Let me show you. I'm going to open up the rhinestone panel. Let's just select the 10SS and we're going to select the radial fill, and this will turn it, it's going to turn it into stones. It's thinking about it. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Naomi. Hey, Porgy and Kelly Wyatt. Welcome in, everybody. So I know this looks a little bit not like what we had, but I will go ahead and let's say if I change this to 0.015. And what I'm doing right now is I'm changing the spacing. I'm adjusting the amount of space in between the stones, and that does help a lot. So if I do that and I change it to 0.015, the stones will become a little more tighter. Now, do I always recommend doing 0.015? Not necessarily. I like 0.015, but if you're just getting started in blinging and things like that, and you're not really familiar with your cutter, I would totally recommend doing like a point, at least doing 0.020, because 0.015, your holes are going to be very close. Okay, now that looks okay, but it's not, I don't necessarily like it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to click and turn that back regular because it's fine. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the word motherhood, and we're going to open up that offset panel again. Now I'm going to create an internal offset. So we're going to select internal offset, and it's going to do the opposite of what it did before with the regular offset. So I know you guys can't see it because I have that pink color. So we're going to change that color now, and we're going to change it to blue. So you can see. Once we selected the internal offset, now it's blue. And we also have, we kept the same distance of 0.125 because I want those rhinestones to touch. Like I don't want them to overlap, but I don't want there to be a gap in between the colors. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to select the pink. Oh no, I forgot to group all of that together. So I'm going to open back up my fill panel, and I'm going to select the blue. And then I'm going to just group all that together. Actually, I want to make it into a compound pack. We're going to make that into a compound pack. Okay. So now we're going to head back over to the rhinestone panel. We're going to turn this into rhinestones. All right, so the first color I'm going to select, let's go ahead and select that shadow, the black shadow layer. And we're going to do this in a radial fill. I prefer radial fill, but you might prefer linear fill. Okay, I prefer radial fill. So I'm going to select the radial fill. The radial fill takes the shape of the letters a lot more than the linear fill does. All right, so as you guys see, now we have this. We have our shadow layer in the back. And there can be more stones filled in here. This is where I would go ahead and, you know, if I were really to work on this, I would start placing those stones. That's what takes me a little bit of time, y'all. When I tell y'all I'm working on a design, it's because I have to have the colors. I don't like for it not to be filled in, but also I like for it to be neat. Okay, so now we're going to select the pink. And so for the pink, I'm going to click on the edge fill, and the edge fill just creates an outline. Okay. So once I select the edge fill, it's just going to create an outline. Okay. Now, once we have the blue and we select the blue, we're going to, let me remove that outline. We're going to click onto radial fill again. And this is what the blue will look like. So if you look at it now, for me, I like it a lot better with that outline on it because I feel like it adds more layers, and probably just because I just like a lot of layers maybe. All right, so that's SS10. If I change this to SS6, of course, it's going to look a little bit, you know, it's going to give me more definition of the design. Hey, Miss Mary Crowell, welcome. It's good to see you. All right, so if you notice, see with the SS6, how it kind of makes it a little more, at least for me, it just makes it a little, I love SS6. But you don't have to do SS6. You can do SS10. The design that we're going to brush in tonight is SS10. All right, so the next thing I would do is, In the rhinestone panel, it tells you the size of the stones or the amount of the stones that you're going to be using. That's how you would get here. Now, to finish this up, you would need to, we're not going to finish it up now. You would need to release the rhinestones. And then at that time, once you release your stones, you're going to, I'm going to change this back to SS10 because I'll release them, move them around, but I'm going to close out. Felicia, no, not necessarily this design. I can make it to sell it. If I make it to sell it, I'll probably change. I don't like the M. Like I don't really over love this design. I actually don't love it at all. I would have to change it a little bit. Like the word hood is fine, but I don't like the word mother and how it flows. So if this is something you guys would be interested in, I'll go ahead and make it. I could maybe make it for Mother's Day. Inside of the member section. If I make it for Mother's Day, I'll put it in the members. I'll make it before Mother's Day, but I'll put it in the members tab for y'all for Mother's Day gift. Maybe we could put that together or just do a live or a Zoom or something with it. So I'll go ahead and release the stones. You have to release your rhinestones. Okay, so you have to release them. I'd like to tell you guys how I actually do it. Because I don't expect anybody to have Adobe Illustrator, I show how to do everything in Silhouette Studio. But to be 1,000% honest with you guys, what I do is when I do my own designs, I don't release them in Silhouette Studio. I actually just save this as a SVG and open it up in Adobe Illustrator. And Adobe Illustrator, I can do whatever I need to do with it from there. Okay. But another thing that I would suggest is maybe making another copy of this, how we have it here. I'm just going to bring it over to the side. Hey, Vera. Thank you. I'll work on it. I'll work on Felicia. I'm definitely going to, I know I'm going to put this in the members area. I'm just going to group all this together. So to keep me on track, this is just a tip. Like I probably wouldn't necessarily need it for this, but to keep me on track, let's say I have the original design that I make with this, I would just go ahead and place it on top and then reduce the color. Like I would line it up with it, and then I would increase the transparency of the file and then send that to the back. So that I could see it, so I could see my stones, and then send it back. And then that way, that would help me to, so that I can stay the course of the design when I'm adding stones or removing stones or anything like that. I would go ahead, I would make that a lot lighter still. Okay, so that way I can kind of see a little bit better how it should go. This works for if you're working with shapes or images, pictures, anything like that. This works really well with that to help you stay in line. Okay. Time to bling. Thanks, Dempsey and Miss Linda. Oh my goodness. I want to read Never Lie. Because a lot of people have been talking about Never Lie. I want to read Never Lie. I literally printed out all of her books. And then I have some other authors that I want to see if you guys want to try when we, once we move from what we're reading. All right. So the next thing you're going to do is, because it's time for me to go. I already see Dennis and Miss Merlinda like, girl, it's bling time. You'll release your rhinestones. So what I have selected there, you'll release your rhinestones. You can release your rhinestones by color, or you can release the entire design. I like to release the entire design, but it's basically what you're comfortable with doing. So once you release it, I'm just going to do one more thing. I'm just going to show you guys if we release the blue. So if we release the blue, it's going to release the stones. I'm going to turn the heat press on because this design is only 3 layers. I have one shirt, but I have 3 different color palettes that I thought about, and I don't know how I'm doing. So it's releasing the stones. And once it releases it, then you'll be able to move your rhinestones around, or you'll be able to delete rhinestones. You want to check for overlapping rhinestones. Those are things that you want to be able to check for. the locked door was good too. Okay. Oh my goodness, Lisa. Kristen, are you still on the waiting list too? All right, so if you guys look, you see all those little boxes. That's because we released the rhinestones, okay? And when you release them, now they're their own individual stones. It's almost like releasing a compound path, okay? So I'm just making this a little bit larger so we can see it a little bit. And if you look here, these are areas where I would say, you know what, I want to go ahead and fill that in. So what I would do is I would just go ahead, select the stone, hold down my option key and right click or left click and drag to create a duplicate stone. If you have a PC, you would use your Alt key, okay? But when I'm doing this, I'm also trying to make sure that none of the stones are overlapping. And you see right here that a little bit of that pink at the bottom, it's overlapping a little bit. So when I release the pink, I would just probably just move that pink down. So I would just go, go here and then just, keep filling that in. But you want to be careful. You don't want your stones to overlap. If there's any stones that I need to delete, I would go ahead and do that. Like I would fix this area here of the H. Like I would just clean that up. Like I don't, there's never a time that I create a rhinestone template and I don't clean it up. Like I don't fix every single part. Like I literally look at every single part of the design and I fix it. I don't like for the stones to look sloppy. So I will go through and I will fix it. Or I don't like for a whole, like, see right here, nope, I'm going to fix that. So once we're done with that, we're going to go back up to the select by color. But you need to do that for every single color. Okay. So now I'm just going to go here and I'm going to select that blue that we just did. Once it, as you guys see, now it has all of those blue stones selected. I'm going to right click. I'm going to group those together. And then once I group those together, then I'm going to then turn that into a compound path. Then we're going to make that into a compound path. Oh no. What was the voice on Audible? Yay, Kristen. Okay, Kristen, that's going to be quick. You're probably already done with this. It's a very, very short story. All right, so it does take a long time because these are a lot of stones. And so it takes a long time for it to actually group everything together. So now that everything is grouped together, you see our dots are not individual anymore. You still need to right click and make this into a compound path. This is important for when you're uploading it into softwares like Cricut Design Space, because Cricut Design Space, it'll think that, oh my goodness, what did I do? Uh-oh. Oh, I know what I did. So you guys know what I did? So remember the back part of the design that has the color to it? Well, guess what? I need to undo and undo. Because both of those are the same color and I clicked here, it picked it up. Okay. So that's what happened. It's going to ungroup it now. So we're going to have to regroup it again. So when you select by color, anything, if you guys look here, I have include groups, only shapes on media. Well, that white canvas, that's our media. So even though I reduce the transparency of the original file, that's still the color of it. Okay, so I need to move this out of the way. Let me move this out of the way. Because once you're done moving your stones around, you won't need the design anymore. So I'm going to move that out of the way. Now we're going to go back and do that again. And then I'm going to right click. And remember, you have to do this for each layer. Each layer, when I say layer, I mean the color too. So we're going to group that together. And then we're going to make it into a compound path. All right, so it's thinking. Let's see what I missed. Oh, that gets it done really quick. I like the physical book too, Miss Sharon Davenport, but especially since like crocheting and stuff like that, like I love just sitting there like crocheting while listening. All right, so now we have it's grouped together. Now we're going to, and if you look here, it tells us that we grouped 986 shapes. So this part of the design is 986 rhinestones. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select make compound path. And then it turned everything into a compound path. All right, so now everything is one. When we open it up in Cricut Design Space will look at this as one. Okay. All right, hopefully that was kind of helpful. I know that wasn't like super, super in depth, but I just want to show, like, especially if you already know how to kind of do some of that stuff, you'll be able to make your own design similar to this. Not my crafter hood design, but similar to this. All right, so I will make a motherhood design, and I will, for anybody who's a member, I'll put it in the member section, but it's not going to get done this week. Maybe next week, but definitely for Mother's Day. Definitely we'll have it ready before then. All right, so we're going to add our table to the stream, and we're going to be blinging the same crafter hood design. Now, I did add a part to it that says this was the Londa suggestion, the most expensive hood. And I was thinking of like some other clever things to say or to put on the shirt too, or maybe like something. But for now, with the file, the listing, this is included with it. Okay, so we're going to start. Now, I'm going to take it back a little bit. If you guys, some of you guys may not have been around when when Evie introduced the metal lights to us. And the metal lights were like, outside of Labrador and Orem Dorado, like they were the first like super duper blingy stones that we had. And then silver crystal is still one of my favorite stones that is a metal light. And so I'm going to be using metal lights. Now, I went back and forth between my two favorite colors. So I have Capri, which is kind of like almost, not, it's not teal, but it kind of gives you like that pretty tealish, bluish type of vibe. Or rose, which is a pink, and I love both of those colors in general. So I do have gold, I think gold rose I have, and I have gold capri or silver capri. But I think I'm going to use gold rose tonight, okay? So I'm going to make this screen bigger. And I could just make the entire screen bigger. You guys can't see that good, can you? Hopefully you guys can see that good. Thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. All right, hopefully. I don't want to put my fingers in your face, but all right, so we're gonna start blinging. I knew that was gonna happen. Hey Debbie, so the first thing we're gonna bling, we're actually going to bling the shadow layer. Okay, so this is the shadow layer. All right. So with the shadow layer, there's two colors that I usually like to use with the shadow layer. I either like to use jet black, which is on this shirt, or I like to use jet hematite. Okay, we're going to use jet black, but I'll show you guys, like, I think jet hematite and all of these stones that I'm using, you can find these at the Baby's Booties website or Hotfix Fix.store site. Okay, so I'll show you guys the difference between jet black and jet hematite, and we're going to use the jet black though, so you can kind of see. Like, I like this. Now I like to use the darker colors for the shadow, but you don't have to. You can use whatever color you want to use for it. I just like to use like a darker, like a gray or black. So if you guys look at the difference between the two, this is jet hematite and this is jet black. Okay, so jet black is a true black stone. Okay, it's black. Jet hematite kind of gives you like a little grayish color. Another color that I use often too is black diamond. Okay, I use black diamond also. Okay, but for this, we're going to use jet black. But I'll use either the three colors that I generally use for the shadow: jet black, jet hematite, or black diamond. And I do have a link listed below to Eve's website. It is the Baby's Booty or the Baby's Booty site is the site where if you are interested in getting into a buy-in, you would go there because you would be able to get your, a lot of rhinestones. You will be able to buy them in bulk. But if you're just starting out, you may want to check out the Hotfix store site where you'll be able to get rhinestones in 20 grows, 50 grows. She also has the rhinestone ice boxes. Well, not the ice box, the ice chippers, where you'll be able to kind of pick different colors to test out, and also a beginner bling kit. So here I'm using this. This is just an edge brush, like a paint edge brush. That's what I'm using to brush this in. And I still get this question often. Can this be done on yes, you can use your cutters, your Cricuts, Romeos. You can use those on with your flop. You can. Okay. All right, this is brushing in pretty good. I love Jet Black. Thanks, TP. Hi, Monica and Teddy. Welcome, y'all. Feel free, if you have any questions, feel free to ask questions. The questions do not have to be just about bling. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions. Feel free. Y'all, my students. So if you were with us last night, I can't even show you guys because I already gave it to her. I was so excited to give it to her. So my student last night at Maryland, we made the jean pocket pouches in the hoop. It was embroidery night. And I made a pouch for one of my students and she loved it. So I ended up putting inside that pouch, I think I made which size? Let me see. I don't remember which size pouch. Because Shamika, I started out with wanting to make the 7x8, but I think I ended up making the 6x7. So I started out with the 7x8, but then I ended up switching over to the 6x7. So she loved it. I was able to put in like a compact mirror. I was able to put in lip gloss, lipstick, lip stain, lip balm, like quite a few things fit in there. I really wish I would have had time to make the little hand sanitizer pouch to go on the side with it, but it looks so cute with her. I made her initial, and then I made her initial, then the puff, and then the bling key fob. It was so cute, and she loved it. So I was happy to give it to her. She made my day yesterday. I was so not that I was close to quitting, but I was just like, yeah, maybe teaching is not for me. Like I just can't. There's just a few things I just cannot deal with. I can't. And it happened this week. It happened this week. Like I don't know. I've dealt with a lot of things, but when we're doing like at the beginning of every year, we have to go through like trainings. And the trainings include like different teen topics and a lot of things that you think, just adults are dealing with it. But no, teens deal with DV too. And I can't say it because this is just a crafting channel. But teens deal with that too. And it was just a week for me, y'all. I can't. And so my little students, She's always looking out all the time. Like she's a student that if you have somebody who's another student who's having a bad day, or if a new student comes and they're not making friends, and that's the student you go and get, and she will help them. Like she will be with no hesitation, like literally with no hesitation. Not even like, oh, she has her own friends and everything. She'll be, oh, I'll have lunch with them tomorrow. I'll do this. It's not like, oh, well, I want to do that. No, she always steps in. So it's, yeah. So I'm thankful for for her. Thankful for her. Yes. 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 Yes, Monica. Absolutely. Thanks, Kristen. She's super sweet. Super duper sweet. God, yo. That brushed in easy enough. We only have 2 more layers to do. Let me turn this heat press back on because we're gonna be ready to press soon. All right. I'll be ready to press. So. All right. So let me get my transfer tape. I'm gonna turn the heat press back on. Get transfer tape and. Uh-oh. That didn't want to come off. All right, the next color, I think we're gonna go now. Depending on what time, like I really want to do one with the capri, but I think I really want to do one with the gold, and the rose. I really want to do one with the gold and the rose. I'm telling you that, like the metal, but hopefully it should be fine. It should be fine. Metal lights used to give us and still will, depending on what they are now. This is the one time where I prefer to use SS10 stones is when I'm using metal lights. I 100% prefer SS10 when working with metal light stones. And you guys will see why, because the center of the stone is a color. So the rim it's not metal, but it gives you that metallic look. So it's going to be gold around the rim, and then it's going to be pink on the inside. All right, let me turn the heat press on so that we don't have to wait forever. And then, because I keep, and then let me get, y'all be so proud of me. I threw away some transfer tape, but I didn't throw away all of it, but I did throw away some of it. And this may be too small. Let's see. All right, so this is just transfer tape. Hey, Jessie. Where's Mirror Bear? Hey, Mirror Bear. All right, so we're just going to put this down like this. I barely made it, but it made it. Since it's National Craft Month, we can probably do this a few times. Like we could probably make the same template a few times this month. Since it's National Craft Month, if I come up with another add-on, then that would be cool too. So that's why it's usually good to kind of go a little slow just in case all of the stones don't stay down or lift up. And then you can just kind of put it back. All right. So this part is done. So this is the shadow layer. And the shadow layer, I don't think it has enough definition to actually be able to be used without the outline on the inside. Sometimes it works out where you can even just use the shadow layer and you don't have to put the insides in. But in this case, it didn't work out that well for me for that. So it's not gonna happen. Oh, I still gotta do the most expensive hood. I gotta see what color I want to put that. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the outline, and for the outline, that's where we're gonna use the metal light. I'm gonna bring it up closer so you guys can see what the metal light actually looks like. Let me put some here. All right, so this is a metal light. So you guys see like the rim of it is gold, and then the inside of this one is pink. It comes in different colors. Evie, how many colors do you have of like the different metal lights? There's like a lot of different colors inside. Like not inside of this one, but she has like gold. It either comes with gold or orange dorado kind of rim or silver rim. So it's either going to be like gold, pink, gold, rose, gold, capri, silver capri. Like that's how it goes. And then she has because I was going to use the gold fuchsia, but I decided to go with the gold rosy color. So that's the metal light. But it's a very, 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 very pretty stone. All right, so sometimes because this particular stone is different from the other stones, this one has more so of a flat top. The other ones have more of a round top. This has a flat top. So sometimes when you brush it in, it doesn't always go the correct way. So you will sometimes need your wax pen depending. So that is a possibility. The SS6 sometimes, y'all, that's why I just prefer to use the SS10 when I'm working with the metal light. Definitely prefer the SS10s. You just kind of brush them in the same way. I love metal lights. I don't use them that much because y'all know I prefer SS6, and SS6 metal lights are not my friends. That is the only time I will tell y'all that. I prefer SS10 metal lights. Over SS6. All right, these are all going really, really good. This looks really nice. All right, I'm just gonna put that one there so I don't have to keep brushing over there. And the wax pen always comes in handy. 21 metal lights. That is a lot. But I like to pair these up, like the metal lights. I like to pair the metal lights up with like the main color, and then also with the AB colors. Like I think it looks good. And the metal around, like the color, the gold and the silver around the actual crystal inside, the crystal color stone, it really helps to give it a lot of separation. It helps to give it a lot of separation. Yep. We're just gonna push it around. I think this design is almost in total about 3,000 stones. This one. It's like 10 by, I think it's like 10.7 inches wide, but I am probably going to try to make it a little bit small. Well, the one that's in the shop is 10.7 inches wide, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit smaller because 10.7 can be a little bit too large for small shirts. So I'll probably try to get that done. Not this week. Nothing can be done this week because I gotta finish the boxes. Nothing can be done this week, yo. I cannot do anything. I'm so mad that I was sick. It was just too much. All right, I'm just kind of trying to get these in place without having to place many manually in. This looks good. The pink is so pretty in here. Rose is one of my favorite colors. Favorites. I think I said gold fuchsia. I think I'm going to say gold magenta. Oh, I couldn't use no, but I don't want to use magenta tonight because I use magenta on this shirt. So I don't want to use magenta on this one. Do those. I'm gonna give this shirt. I'm thinking like I'm not even making a shirt for me. I'm trying to do all the colors that I like. I forgot I was gonna give this shirt away. What time is it? Okay, we're doing pretty good on time. Did Miss Sandra come in tonight? Have we seen Miss Sandra? Are you here? Did you tell me? I have to. I'll listen to that. 2020 and Dateline. Hey. Nice and good. Not too much more. I just don't know what color I'm gonna do the text that's gonna go underneath that we're gonna give away. I might give this template away. I cut out like 2 extra templates by mistake today of this because I was sleeping and I just turned the cutter on and I must have put 2 copies and I only meant to do 1 copy. So I may give one of these already cut away. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Yes, it's new. Is it good, Miss Sandra? Is it good tonight? I hope y'all watch Handmaid's Tales. Anybody watch Handmaid's Tales? Because I think the last season is coming on soon, and so we're gonna have to discuss this. Like we've literally waited years and years and years for this to come back on, and it's the final season. So who watches Handmaid's Tales? So I'll know if this is something we need to discuss. I'm trying to think what else I saw that was coming on that I liked. I don't remember. Oh, You is coming back. I don't know if anybody watches You. I watch You. Even though the last season I gotta be caught. I don't know why I didn't really watch the last season. Where was he in Europe or France or somewhere? Yes, Vanessa. Okay, so good. If you listen, Handmaid's Tale, Shaka. Oh, okay, Stacy, Vanessa. Okay, we got a thing, y'all. Retired Crafter 22. We have a thing. So we're okay. So I cannot wait for it to come back on. It's gonna be coming on very soon. So We will keep each other updated and we will talk about it. It is, oh, I cannot wait. It literally took forever. The little girl is grown now. The daughter is practically an adult. As long as it took for it to come back on. Does anybody know why it took so long for it to come back on? It just took an extremely long amount of time. I'm just hand facing a few and oh, this looks so pretty. Just found an overlapping stone that was gonna be overlapping, Jesse. I'm doing good. Getting better at blinging. Let's see. Jesse, you see any? I think we're good. Jesse, look at your girl over here getting the extra stones out of the way. Just make sure. Okay. We did good. We did good. All right, let's see who else. Hey, Deborah Browning. Hey, Chris. Where have you been? I got your email. I haven't, Chris. I have been so swamped, and every time you send me an email for our secret meetings, I can't come. So don't, Chris. Please don't stop sending me emails to invite me to the secret meetings because whenever I can come, I will be there. I have so many questions. Because every time I go, oh my goodness, or either I get home too late or I see it too late. Please don't stop sending me emails for the secret meetings. Hey Kai. Delonda, are you still unboxing your printer, your DTF printer? Oh, because of the strikes and Elizabeth Moss is pregnant. Okay, thank you, Shaka Tour, because I was just like, whew, it was just too long of a wait. Does anybody watch you? I know you's a bit much. I know. But does anybody watch you? Y'all know how much I love stuff like that. That's not gonna go. Let me know if you guys watch you because you's supposed to be coming back, and I think it's a You's final season too. I'm just gonna cut out the remaining pieces for this, y'all. We just have 2 more parts to do. Hey, Shay. Listen, you watch what? Season 1 and 2. Listen, why you stopped watching it? Why you haven't watched? Because I don't know what I'm gonna have to go. Okay, so this is what y'all. So anybody who hasn't watched Handmaid's Tales, let's do both. Okay, so anybody who hasn't watched Handmaid's Tales, let's rewatch. I've watched all of Handmaid's Tales, but I feel like I need to refresh myself. Like I need a refresher. So I need to rewatch Handmaid's Tales from season 1. From season 1, I need to rewatch it because I need to I feel like I don't remember every single thing that happened, and I need to know. I need to know. So I'm gonna rewatch Handmaid's Tales. I would say I'm gonna rewatch You, but it's possible. It's possible that I might rewatch You. Yeah, no. The show is very heavy. Yes. Delonda, you watched You too? Maybe that's because so the first 2 I watched. Remember when he went to something happened after he was married And whatever happened, I just, after that, I didn't watch anymore. Like, I didn't watch it anymore. I didn't watch it anymore. But I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I need to see. Then what's your favorite? It was, I think that Shante said the same thing with both of them being psycho. It was fun to watch. Yeah, it was. Because I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch. I think he was in another country, and then it was. Yeah, no. I'm gonna have to revisit it and look at it again. But definitely handmade tail. So good. I always put my mask on the wrong way. But that's what you've been keeping it for a long time, because they haven't even been living up to providing us with anything. All right. So for the inside, we're gonna do the inside with rose. We're gonna use rose. All right, we're gonna do rose for the inside. Rose is I want to say rose is my favorite pink. So before magenta, rose was my favorite pink. After magenta, I still love rose though. But rose was definitely my favorite pink. This is almost our last part. Almost our last part. Because we still have the part that says the most expensive. Let's see. Taking a little time. I gotta go to the gym in the morning, y'all. Because I haven't been in like 2 weeks. At least to do something light. Something very light. I think it is. It will be done in no time. I'll save the other color combo I had for another time. Here's the skin. Oh, Scandal. Scandal had me in a chokehold. Scandal. Anybody watch Revenge? Did anyone watch Revenge? Revenge was so good. Scandal. I had to watch Scandal. Love Scandal. I kind of hate it when what's his face? Columbus Short. I hate it when Columbus Short everything happened with him because he really was super good on the show. He was good on the show, but I understood that he was good on the show. That was crazy. Olivia Pope. And who was on Revenge? Emily. Her name was Emily. I forgot what her name was. Emily. I did. Now he's on Tubi movies. Now he's on Tubi. There you go. I just have a few. This pink is so pretty. I don't even know if you guys can really even see how pretty this pink is. This is rose. There's rose and there's light rose. I love rose. Like rose is I prefer rose over light rose. Light rose doesn't really do a lot for me. But rose, so pretty. Come on, wax pen. Help me out. Let's see. What did Dempsey say? You've never seen a Tubi movie before? Oh my goodness. So I don't know how Tubi got onto my Fire TV, but they always suggest Tubi movies. And so sometimes it doesn't say like, oh, it's a Tubi movie until you click onto it and then it's a Tubi movie. I've seen a decent Tubi movie here and there. I have. I've seen a Tubi. Who else? I'm trying to think of what producer I saw on there. I can't remember. I think it was like, what was, because I saw some of their things on like BET before, but I can't remember what his name was. And he has some stuff on Tubi. That stuff wasn't bad. But yeah. That's what Columbus Short is on now, on Tubi. All right, we're done with that part. We have one more part to brush in, and that's not going to be a lot. So we have the pit. Not one of y'all told me about another show. I can't remember it now, and I haven't gotten a chance to watch it. I think I will probably be watching it this weekend as I'm working and sweating this weekend. So it was like a new show. Was it with like officers or paramedics or something like that? I don't remember. I gotta see. Greenleaf was good. Greenleaf was good too. It was. Like, why did some of the shows that are good? Okay, some of y'all know how I feel about like Tyler Perry shows. That I just can't. What was that show that he had, the Haves and the Have-Nots? I tried it. Oh, it was another one. Queen Sugar is good. But no, that's not a Tyler Perry show. Queen Sugar is good. Greenleaf was really good. I should make sure I get all of these stones on this paper. On a transfer tape. Listen, I've never seen Castle before. I'm gonna have to add that to my list. I've never seen Castle before. What is Castle? Like, what's it about? Renee said Castle's good too. Tim's loves Castle. I've never. Okay, so I don't really watch a lot of TV, y'all. But like, I will like binge a show. Like, if it's good, I will binge watch it. Y'all know I love Dexter, so Dexter has been this season of Dexter, like this new rebrand of Dexter, has been really, really good. And I think that it's just, oh, I missed a dot dot. I mean, not dot dot, a dot dot. Hold on. This season of, or this new series of Dexter has been really good. But Dexter, I read his book. We all watch the same shows. He's an author, but helps police solve cases. Castle. Okay, I'm gonna have to see that. Is that on? Is it on like Hulu, Netflix? Is it on any place like that, or is it? Where does it come on? But I'm gonna watch it. All right, we're gonna get ready to bling this. And Miss Evelyn, I'm gonna send your little bunnies. They're looking at me right now. That's how it's working to you. I think we're gonna do. Let's do metal light for this again. On prime. Okay, I'm gonna get it. This is good too. Kingdom business. Yo, green leaf is so good. I love green leaf. And what other show did I love? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all another show that I absolutely loved too. Okay, outside of my other shows but I loved Empire. I thought Empire was so good, like with the music and everything. I loved Empire. I loved Star. I couldn't believe that they wasn't it called Star? And they like took it off air. I don't know why. It was really good. It was really, really good. Like I like those shows. Like I like the singing. I thought the singing was good. The storyline was interesting. That was really good. See, I watch other things besides true crime and the ID network. Sometimes I can't tell you anything like very recent except Dexter right now. One of my kids was saying something about P Valley. I've never seen P Valley before. And one of my kids was saying something about it today. I'm trying to avoid having to hand placing it. I have to. I may have to. Different. Well, a different. That's a classic. I love the different worlds. I love different worlds. I'll watch it. What's your favorite different worlds episode? My favorite was when Whitley and Dwayne got married. That was my favorite. That was my all-time favorite. All right. Almost done. All right, I just gotta fix this up a little bit. I got a few to add in, and then we're gonna be good to go, y'all. We're going to be good to go. Yo, I saw the cutest Hello Kitty crochet pattern, so y'all know I want to do it. So we need to do some crochet. I would say we could crochet tomorrow, but I don't think so. I don't know. I got too much stuff to do. I'll have to crochet maybe sometime throughout the week. I'll be able to do it tomorrow. All right, we're all done. So I just went ahead and used the metal light again for this part. It'll have a little bit of pink to it. I just went ahead and did that. So we only use 3 colors, 3 layers. Well, this one's 4 layers, but it's really just 3 colors that we used. I think it's gonna look great. Awesome, Miss Jazzy G. That's great. So I'm watching craft videos. Oh, Vanessa, you sound just like me. Except I spend most of my time looking at true crime. That's what I spend most of my time doing. Make a mini. We need to do the mini plushies. Maybe I may just have to put it into the community chat and you guys make it, and then maybe we can get together and make it again. Because I won't have any time to do it. I'll have no time to make it. I think I'll just put the file in the Google Drive in the community chat, and then we'll do we can, you know, set something up. I do have a video that I did with it, like a tutorial to show how to do it. So I'll put that out, and then I'll put the link for you guys. Victoria's Creations. I got pretty much. I should have used a thing. So when you're doing your bling, you see, I just have a little small template right there. When you put so much of the transfer tape, you see how all the transfer tape is on the plastic part of the cutting mat? That's the worst. You gotta be careful that you don't pop the stones off. So definitely don't recommend doing that. I did not even think. All right, we survived. We survived transfer gate. Right. Just making sure they're good. My stones on the back look good too. All right. Well, this one doesn't look good. That one doesn't look good. There's one, you guys probably can't see it, but it doesn't look good. I'm gonna let me get another one. Where is it? Is this one right here that flew over here? Let's see. Nope. Is that one? Nope, that's not one. All right, I just need to get one and replace it. Because sometimes that happens. Like it's totally normal that sometimes like the coating, that's why it's really important to look at the back of your templates. Because every now and then you may get one where the coating isn't fully on there. So you just want to check it out. All right, so now that's good. We can get ready to start blinging. I'm going to pre-press the shirt, and then we're going to get ready to layer it on, okay? Today we're going to be pressing this on a black Bella Canvas extra large shirt. And of course, I'm going to be lint rolling the shirt. Lint roll it. We're going to pre-press it for a little bit. Not long. And then we're going to start layering it. All right, here we go, y'all. All right, so we're just going to put on this shirt. The shirt. Let me lift it up just a little. All right, so I did pre-press it. I love Dexter, Diane. Okay, I like For My Man too, Vanessa. I like For My Man too. True Detective. No, I didn't watch True Detective this season. Do I need to, Miss Sandra? All right, so the first layer is going to be your shadow layer. And this layer is the actual size of the entire design. Okay, so you just want to make sure you center this one, this design. I could bring it up a little bit. It's too far down. Not necessarily too far down, but it can go up a little bit. There's about 4 fingers to that C. I'll bring it up right there. And remember, this is an extra large shirt, so you guys will see how this looks on this extra large shirt being a 10. Because I know somebody has mentioned about the size for a large shirt. This is an extra large, and this is 10 3/4. So we'll see how that's gonna look. So now we're gonna get ready to press this on. And this is just the jet black. Now, when you're working with the jet black stones, that's why sometimes I do like to do black diamond or jet hematite. It can be a little challenging lining the design up when using what did I do with the other part? Where did I put the other one on? I don't even see it right now. Uh-oh. It's somewhere. But it can be a little challenging layering it because, especially if you're layering it on a black shirt. So if you're pressing black stones on a black shirt, it can be a little bit hard to see. Uh-oh. Hey, Cindy. Oh, no. If this was like a little more like defined, like this would look good on the shirt. But like just so that each letter can be seen really, really good. I mean, you can kind of still see what it says, but I need a little more definition. So now with this particular design, you don't even have to use your fill-in color. So I'll show you guys how this is going to look with just the shadow and the outline. And it's going to look super good. So now I'm just lining this up in here in place. And the black, that's why if you like the black, a diamond or jet hematite would be a lot easier for you to see exactly where you need to layer your things at, because this can be a little bit tricky seeing. So I'm just feeling it to make sure everything feels flat. The D looks good. Okay, so far everything looks good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to press this. So I need to do True Detective. I'm going to look for True Detective. I haven't watched it this season. All right, so now I'm going to press that. Y'all, already it looks really good. Like, already. Okay, I see my crafter hood inside. Let's wait a few more minutes. Or seconds, not minutes. All right, so this is what I mean. So I want you guys to see, because you don't have to even fill in that inside. Like if we have it just like this and we just have that inside done, like you don't even have to fill it in with the other color. You don't have to fill it in. That looks really good like that. Like even if let's say if I wanted to just do rose on the inside, that would look good too. So you guys see how like when I kind of move it a little bit, you see a hint of the pink. You see the pink a little bit in there. So you don't even have to have all of those stones on here. So you can kind of, now you guys see how that gold and then you see the pink inside. That is super pretty. It looks really good just like this. Just like this. Like you don't even have to do anything else to it. But since I brushed those stones in, we're gonna put in that rose. Y'all know I like extra stones. Y'all know I like extra stones. All right, and this is an extra large shirt, and this design looks good. Like the size of it, 10 3/4, looks good. Like you don't have to have massive designs. And remember, when you're doing like larger designs, like some cutters, you know, it's hard to cut the larger ones like that. So I think I may just want the black fill, like the shirt to be the fill. But we're gonna stick with this. We're gonna stick with it. I gotta move this over some. The key is to slant it in the right way. It has to be slanted in the right way. See how that slants. And move it over a little bit. And up. Okay, here we go. Up and down. And over. My C is not all the way down. But my C isn't all the way down, so I'm just helping it. I'm just helping it out a little bit. Okay, that looks good. All right, so we're gonna get ready to press this. Extra, exactly, Kristen. Exactly. It doesn't have to be an extra large design. It's looking good. I like it. So I'm gonna I should have put I gotta wait because we gotta put the other part. Yes, Miss Evan there, SS10. Thanks, Cindy. Miss Merlinda, Barb. Everybody. Thanks, y'all. We have one more part, very small to put in. All right. And if you get this file, this add-on is it's separate from. Oh, wow. Wow, that looks so good. Makes me want to do that again. Oh my goodness. And then so with the metal light, it kind of still blends in a little bit with that rose. I can't wait to show you guys from the front. Okay, so we have one more part to put on, and we're just going to put the most expensive hood. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to center it. I'm going to center it like this. It's only 1 inch, like 1 inch. But it's almost the width of the design. So if you, I want to cut it out together, please. And I'm going to keep it this like together. Let me make sure that it looks straight to me. Nope, it doesn't. Y'all, these colors look so good with the jet black. Oh, the jet black looks so good with the pink. All right. All right, y'all. I'm going to get ready to press this. That looks great. All right. I'm going to change the camera from the table because once I peel this, then we're just going to look at it and be in awe of it. I can't see that far. I'm tired. My eyes aren't working right. Yo, I dropped my laptop and cracked the laptop. I got to go get this paint fixed. I'm just going to remove the transfer tape over here. Let me move my computer. I can't wait to do the SS6 version of this. Y'all know we're going to have to do the SS6 version together too. I cannot wait to do the SS6 version of it. I want to give this away. I might. Let me see. Oh, this looks so good. All right. So this is what we have, y'all. Thanks, Edna. Yo, look how. And I don't know, like if you look at the bottom where it says the most expensive hood, you'll be able to see, you see where it's gold, but you get like that pink tint to it. That is what the metal lights do. Like that is what the metal lights do. But this looks so good. I love it. I think the jet black just really helps to make the other colors pop. I think it really helps to make the other colors pop. But I love how this came out. You'll see, and then you can kind of see, like you see the rose in the center, but then you also see like how that metal light looks. You know, you see the gold hint around the edge. It looks so good. I love it. Now, this one is still my favorite. I like this one best, but I still like how this came out anyway. I still like it. All right, so we are going to give this away. I would say we're going to give the template away too, because I have another template. The only part that I'll just have to recut out the most expensive hood, because I only cut that part out once, but the other parts, we'll give them both away. So we have this one. So we'll give away, if you win the template or if you win the shirt, you can only win one thing. So we'll give that away. And then I am going to, it's 10 o'clock, a little bit after 10. I'm going to go and get my little self ready I'll probably be in there doing a little bit of work before I go to bed. But y'all, do y'all see how the metal lights add? Look how when I do this. So imagine when you're in the sun. So you have that pink, but do you guys see the gold? That's like, it's there. Like that's what the metal lights do. Like it adds like extra layer of color to the design. Y'all, this is so pretty. It is so pretty. Rose is so pretty. It is a beautiful stone. All right, so we're going to give this away. And we're going to give away, I think, the template. I overdid it. Let me pull up the StreamYard giveaway tool. One second, y'all. StreamYard giveaway tool. Giveaway tool right there. Okay. Here we go. StreamYard giveaway page. All right. So for this giveaway, the first thing we're going to give away is going to be the first thing we're going to give away is going to be the template. So for the keyword or the text to type in, you're just going to type in template. It's just for the template. It's for the full template of Crafter Hood. That's what you're going to get. And then I'll add, so with the template, I'll send you some rhinestones and stuff too, in case you're new, in case you don't, in case you want to try it out. I mean, I'll send rhinestones. I won't send anything else. Maybe I'll send rhinestones in a brush, but I won't send. Now do I have to send transfer tape too? I'll send you the template with some extras. I'm not even going to say what the extras going to be. Just know you're going to get a template and some rhinestones. If you're new, let me know. All right, let me share my screen. Present, share screen, giveaway tool, share. Okay. And that's what this is for. I'll give you guys a few more seconds to enter the giveaway, and then we'll draw. We'll draw. And I'm gonna put my email address. So if you win the template, send me your address to this email. Your name and your address to this email. I didn't say it before, but this is for U.S. residents. I'm not sending this template out of the country. So just, all right. I'm going to get ready to press the button. Y'all ready? I'll wait. Anybody else want to get in on the template? We have 96 entries. Maybe not. All right, let's go. Let's draw. Let's see who wins the template. Melissa! Hey, TB. Congratulations, DB. Send me your address, and I will send you the template and a little bit of extras. I'm not saying exactly what extras, but I'll send you some extras. I know I saw Melissa's name come through. Hey, Melissa, girl, it was good to see your name come through. All right, so we're gonna go back. The next word is going to be. Hold on, I want to type it in first. The next word is going to be, and this is for the shirt. So the next word is going to be crafterhood. And it's on the screen. It's going to be crafterhood. Crafterhood. It's not really, really good. I love the shirt. Mm-hmm. I think maybe I'll do this again, and like when I do a new design or something like that, maybe like even with the shirt, either do the shirt or the template, because a lot of you guys liked like a lot of you guys entered into the template one, so I may do that occasionally, like when I do new designs or whatever, do like a template giveaway too. That's cool. All right. So the next word is crafterhood. I'll give you guys a few more minutes. Y'all know my chat is so far. It's so far. My phone is telling me to protect my sleep, but I can't sleep tonight. Hey, Fab Girl, I see you. Thanks, everybody. All right, let's go down. All right, 89. Again, this is an extra large Bella Canvas black shirt. This has crafterhood, and it has this part, the most expensive hood, that was contributed by Delonda. Like, so you could add, like, if you have something else you want to say, you can put it there too if you want. All right, so we're gonna get ready to roll. Come on. Okay, we're gonna get ready to roll now. Let's get ready and see who wins. Let's see. Patricia Johnson, congratulations. Congratulations. Chris, do you want one of these shirts? I saw your name come through. If you want one of these shirts, Chris, let me know. It's the least I can do for you for getting me through crocheting, the beginning parts of crocheting. It's the least. So congratulations, DB and Patricia Johnson. I will package this up, and luckily I have a lot of shipping to do, so it's going to get out soon. I got a lot of shipping to do, so that's going to be cool. But thank you guys. Let me stop sharing. Send me an email to patrice@craftableThings.com, and I will send. And I got you, Chris. I got you. Please let me know if you want any specific colors too. I'll do whatever colors you want. It doesn't have to be those colors, whatever colors you want. So send me an email to patrice@craftableThings.com with your name and your address, your full address, and I will send this your stuff out to you ASAP. Hey Sean, but this is this was our final shirt for the night, and I think it came out good. Chris, I'm gonna have to make yours an SS6. So I need to hurry up and finish that SS6 design tonight because yours is gonna have to be the blingest of them all. So it's gonna have to be SS6. The motherhood. Okay, Vanessa, I'll do the motherhood one. I will. Look how cute. Awesome, DB. Well, I'm gonna send you some colors with it. I don't know if you have any, but I'll send you enough colors to complete the design, and I'll send you a brush. So hopefully you will love blinging. Hopefully you will love blinging. All right, y'all. Hopefully tonight was helpful. I tried to incorporate both a little bit of design in it and then also us brushing this design. It took us about 2 hours and maybe not even that long. I was yapping away at the beginning. So maybe we could do this again more often. Magenta. You like this one? I got you. See, Chris, I knew we were here with each other. I knew it. The magenta one, I got you. So I'll do one exactly like this. Your shop art on Etsy. Yes, Miss Joyce, it is in my shop now. It's in there now. I put it in maybe like a few minutes before the live started. Awesome, Evelyn Warner, Miss Evelyn Warner. That's what I want. You have some idea, you run with it, you do whatever you want with it. Awesome. Is that magenta and snow? This is actually jet black. This is the outline on the inside is icy crystal AB. It's icy crystal AB. Y'all, icy crystal AB is super pretty. It's icy crystal AB and it's magenta. The inside is magenta. Super gorgeous. Know me? You know me? Thank you. So it's actually icy crystal AB. And I tell everybody when I mention icy crystal AB that icy crystal AB, we're waiting on SS. Stacy, you're still waiting on the fresh as a daisy. I need to get that. Gina, thank you, Gina. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. So, icy crystal AB is a lot different. It's not a lot different, but it is different. It gives off different colors. It gives off different bling than the regular crystal AB. So I love the icy crystal AB. Super duper pretty. Super duper pretty. I said the HTV wrong hat press. Yeah, that's the HTV wrong hat press. I should have my video out tomorrow showing it, maybe Sunday. Tomorrow I'm going to put out the mini plushie. So I'll put out the mini plushie video tomorrow. And then for any of the members, it'll be listed in the community tab. So I don't know when we'll be able to do it together. Thank you, Francine. Thank you, everyone. All right, y'all. So we are going to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for spending. Oh, thanks, Tianda. Thank you so much for spending time with me tonight. This week was a little hectic for me. Like at work, with the kids. Usually it's the grown-ups that get to me at work. This week, it was 100% the kids. And so I've had to pray a lot just for patience and just to keep my heart open and stuff like that. So it has been a battle. So that's why when my student came and brought me that, like, it was just like, God, you like to play around. So I just don't know, right? But we'll see what happens by the end of the school year. I'm sure it'll be fine. Everything is going to go back to being fine, but it was interesting. So tomorrow, no, I'm not coming on tomorrow. I was going to say we could crochet tomorrow, but I can't crochet. I need to finish what I need to do. Sunday will be on for So Good. I will be on at 3:30 Central Standard Time, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time for So Good. And you guys know the regular lineup. Evie will be on Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The baby's booty. Evie is the baby's booty. So you guys know, So Good is going to be Sunday also, but it's going to be earlier on Sunday at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central. And then Tuesday, Monday, Angel B will be on Monday night. She's been working with her embroidery machine. She has the pull-in embroidery machine EO6. She's been working a lot with that. She's been doing her bling. So check her out, especially if you're looking for a single needle machine. You might be interested to check out what she has going on Tuesday. I will be back on Tuesday, and I think I'm going to be doing embroidery on Tuesday because hopefully Miss Merlinda will finally post the video of the yarn project. And so I want to do the yarn. I have a Be Kind yarn design that I want to do, and I haven't done it yet. Well, the design is done. I digitized it, but I haven't done it yet. So I may be working with the Rokoma EM1010 on Tuesday to do that. And then Wednesday is Romeo Wednesday over at Crafting with Yolanda. So if you have your Romeo or Juliet, it doesn't have to be Romeo, it could be Juliet too, check out Crafting with Yolanda. Thursday, Mirabelle will be on, and I don't know what she's going to be doing. Maybe she'll be sewing something because she's in her sewing embroidery era. Who knows? And then we'll be back here next Friday. But I want to remind you guys to remember to be kind with each other. And I say it all the time. Sometimes it's just not, it's not easy sometimes to be kind, but in the end, it's always best to be kind. All right. Remember to extend grace. Hey, Jamila. Jamila, I just listed this design on my site. I'm gonna email you, girl. Because I know I saw your thing on Instagram, and I literally just put it up. So I'm gonna email you though. So I got you. So yeah, so please remember to extend grace to each other. You just don't know. You don't know what people are going through. Like I had a whole rough week this week. Like it was and it had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with my life, but it just took me on like an emotional roller coaster this week. I had to deal with other people's kids, not even my own child. It was other people's children had me on an emotional roller coaster this entire week. So when I came home today, I just wanted to go and take a nap. I was like, oh, you're done. So just remember to extend grace to each other. You never know why somebody may have a reaction, why their reaction may be the way that it is, why they may be short with you. Okay? Sometimes people don't have it in them to give you that smile. So if they don't have it in them, try to be the person to brighten up their day. All right? Again, you just never know what people are going through. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy blinging, happy crafting, all that stuff. Y'all know tomorrow is National Craft Month. So definitely drop down in our Facebook groups and let us know anything that you may be making during this month. I love you guys. And until next time, y'all. Later.